Hello, welcome to the channel. This is our weekly collective reading. We're just going to check the energy for the next 7-ish days. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this reading because I'm not sure what messages are going to come through. We're going to look at overall energy, challenges and blessings, advice, maybe messages from spirit, and the potential outcome. For the next 7-ish days is my intention. Let us... God, I'm such a goofball. Every time I say let us, I want to say like lettuce, like Lettuce. Let us begin. So, overall energy for our collective, for all of us, for the next 7-ish days. Now, every message isn't going to be for every person. This reading might just not be for you this week, or maybe not all of it. There may be some gem in here for you, though. So, let's see what we get. Again, my intention is for like a week-ish, but we'll see. We never know what we're going to get. Might get some wild cards. What is that? Okay, the sun's doing something weird, like coming up. How dare you come up, sun, and give me shadows. Does that look better? Yeah, okay, here we go. Ooh, Queen of Wands. Gotcha. The Devil. You may have a Capricorn in your life. The Knight of Swords. Oh, and the Knight of Cups. 2 knights. I love it. Let's look at the Devil. Attachment, maybe limitations, temptation. Maybe addictions and unhealthy habits. It's about the illusion of being trapped. The card says, the illusion of being trapped, accept responsibility for your situation, and then make choices that support your path to happiness. Okay? So, it's like, be aware of any unhealthy patterns that may be emerging or that may exist. If it's in a relationship, someone could be nagging you, which is, saying negative things to make you lose your self-confidence. You or a person around you we could be just straight up, logical about this card. Or literal, there could be some addictions or unhealthy habits that you should take note of and then make, a choice. So, identify areas where there may be dependencies, unhealthy habits, addictions, and reclaim your autonomy, reclaim your life. Accept responsibility for your situation and then make choices that support your path to unhappiness. So in the next 7 days, please look at areas where you feel restricted, where you see unhealthy habits, situations, energy. Okay. Let's talk about the Queen of Wands first, and then we'll go into our 2 knights here. So, Queen of Wands does not give a you-know-what about anybody else, or what anybody else thinks. This is Aries, Leo, Sag, and we do care about people, sometimes to our detriment. But this is what we aspire to. We don't care what anyone else thinks. Look at the black cat, for how many hundreds of years, the sign of bad luck. And I've had many black cats and I loved them. Well, 2, and they both died of old age. So Let me read the card. Brilliant, talented, independent, tendency to be controlling. There's nothing you can't do. Believe in yourself. Never underestimate your ability to make your dreams come true. The need for balance between career and personal life. So this is a boss lady. Okay? Very talented. This is, the exact opposite maybe of the Queen of Pentacles, who's kind of the homebody, nurturing, caring about, taking care of other people. I mean, as a fire sign, I'm a Sag, we do that, sometimes to our detriment, but we're really more action-oriented and making things happen. So in the next 7 days, this is kind of telling me, especially with these 2 nights, bust a move. Like if you've been thinking about doing something, now's time. Remember to keep balance between your career and your personal life, but now is the time to bust a move. Is it to start a new business? Is it to leave some thing, whether it be a relationship, a job, or some habits that you personally have, leave those behind and take control of your life? I'm hearing a take control of your life energy here. It's time to bust the move. And that's what nights are about, taking action. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Swords, fastest moving energy in the deck. I think it goes Swords, Wands, Cups, then Pentacles. So let's read about the Knight of Swords. Decisive, focused, driven, can be defensive, events that move with great speed. Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional. Sudden or unexpected changes. Review your options. And this is fascinating. Let's read the Knight of Cups. Romantic, flirtatious, introspective, can be fickle. Falling in love, being swept off your feet, a sudden love affair, a lack of balance in a relationship, situations or topics that make your heart flutter, a love of art and poetry. And it's interesting. Choose intellectual rather than emotional, and here it's like a lot of emotional stuff's going to be happening. Okay, let me explain to you the difference between destiny and fate. We are where we are right now in our lives due to every decision that we've ever made. We didn't just end up here. We chose that person. We chose that job. We chose that house, that apartment. We make these choices. And that's how we are where we are. Some choices good, some choices maybe not so great. Okay? Welcome to life, right? And fate is kind of stuff that happens to you. It can be either wonderful fate, like the ace of any of the aces, like the gift. It's in the traditional Rider-Waite. It's a hand with the pentacle, or with the wand, or with the sword, or the cup, with flowing over with love. That's kind of fate. The Tower is fate. Something that happens that's beyond our control. A lot of time, fateful things are things that happen to a group of people rather than a person individually. And so what I'm seeing here is there's a need, guys, for you to take some action within the next weekish. It could be about unrestricting yourself somehow, or letting go of something that's unhealthy for you, whether it's external or internal. Busting a move, trusting in yourself, knowing that you can make your dreams come true. We see the need for balance between career and personal. And I feel like that's what this is. Because what does this say? Choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional, sudden or unexpected changes. Something's going to happen in the next week. It's not a bad thing, I don't feel like. I feel like you'll be letting something negative go. I feel like it'll be your own choice. The options may be presented to you. Maybe you weren't ready to make this choice. But I feel like you're going to be presented with a choice, and I don't feel like you can make any bad decision. The only bad decision you could make is not making a decision. And then, Source will make it for you eventually. And that's what Knights are. They're action takers. So next week, try to be more logical. Like, listen, what do I always say? Listen to your head, feel your heart, and then kind of go with your gut, your intuition. But in this instance, really listen to your thoughts. Try to be more logical. Try to rein in the emotions a bit. Am I saying don't feel emotions, don't consider emotions? No, I'm not saying that at all. They're there. Don't repress them, don't deny them, acknowledge them. But it may not be in your best interest next week, guys, to make the decision based solely on emotion. Okay? Try and be more logical. Try and pull yourself up 30,000 feet. Try and pretend that you're someone else looking in. Maybe go to a trusted advisor. And when I say that, I mean, if you're in counseling, talk to your counselor. If there's a family member or a bestie that you know has your best interests at heart and you're not afraid to share all the, dirty laundry, maybe check in and say, am I I love that Reddit thing. I watch a couple of gals on YouTube. Am I the a-hole? Just kind of really try and look at things objectively, I think, is the main message. Let's look at challenges. What challenges will we face in the next 7 days? And I feel like already one of the challenges is going to be a need to make a decision. And it could be with the devil, the need to leave something or someone behind. Whether a bad habit, maybe we need to quit smoking, drinking. I just thought of that movie Airplane. The guy says, I picked a bad week to stop sniffing glue. We need to leave some bad habit, bad scenario, bad situation, bad person behind is what I'm getting. And it's time to bust a move towards something better for yourself. So what challenges are we facing? The Star, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Nine of Cups. Okay. A couple of challenges here. The tendency to, I call it analysis paralysis. The tendency to go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and never make a decision. You already have your advice here. Try and be more logical. Maybe get some advice. I always talk bad about those that can't make any decision and have to ask everybody for their thoughts and opinions. I even hate to work at places like that. It's like a consensus-driven place. We need someone to make a decision, but oh God, we've got to check with this person and that person. I'm like, make a decision. Okay? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here. Go ahead and ask one person, maybe. But the main thing is, look at this thing logically. Do a pros and cons list in the next 7 days. If this reading is for you and you are faced with an opportunity or an epiphany that you need to leave something behind, whatever it is that triggers this need for change, this need to make a decision, Do a pros and cons list. Another challenge will be, it looks like this thing's moving in fast, guys, with the Eight of Wands. It's good stuff, though. I mean, the wands are like, it's good energy. Okay? It's action energy. It's right now energy. It could be someone coming in. I mean, we've got 2 knights coming in. Knight of Cups, knight in shining armor. And that's water signs. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces you could be dealing with. Please excuse my washer and dryer. And then we have the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So I looked at them as energy. It could be people. Someone offering love. Someone coming with the truth. This could be the same person. Hell, this could be you. This could be someone else. But anyway, next week, something is happening fast. And I always take these kind of as messages. And I don't know why, if I read that somewhere when I was learning the meanings of the cards. So it's like someone coming in, or some type of communication, or maybe an event. So this could be very challenging for you to not freak out. So be aware. Keep your eyes open. This could be a great opportunity, guys, because we have the Nine of Cups and the Star. Do you know what both of these cards are? A wish, a dream come true. And this is in the challenges section. Nine of Cups. Nines are about self. Self-love. Self-acceptance. This is about working hard. This is about sitting pretty. Look at all this work I did. Look at all this love around me. Love for myself, love for others. Like, love, love, love. Love is all you need. Okay? Cups. Creativity, healing, nurturing, love. The Star. Healing. Dreams coming true. Hope. Renewal. It could be a challenge for you maybe to believe that your dreams could come true. It could be a challenge for you to focus on healing yourself. With the Devil here, we see a tendency towards addictions or unhealthy habits. Could be a challenge for you to take care of yourself, nurture yourself. You know, I am on a weight loss journey. I'm doing great. Sorry. I've gotten much better about my, diet and supplements and stuff. But I swear, if you offered me $1 million, I don't know if I could go to the gym in any kind of consistent way. I do not know what my problem is. This reading's for me. I need to focus on this unhealthy habit of being so stagnant. Why? What's wrong with me? I get a free membership through my insurance. Come on now. What the heck? So I feel like it could be a challenge for you to believe that your dreams could come true. I see where it could be a challenge for you to self-love, to heal yourself. I see the need for a lot of reflection, guys, in the next 7-ish days. Let's look at blessings. Woo! Okay. Wow. Okay. That is a sign. So blessings. We have the Fool, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Six of Pentacles. Blessings. The Fool. Like starting over, taking a risk, new beginnings, having curiosity, seeing the potential. Stepping into the unknown. When you leave this thing behind, you may be stepping into the unknown. Next week, take intentional steps towards something new. Again, doesn't have to be huge. It can even be small. Like maybe I just need to go to the gym and just drive there. And I'm not afraid of the gym. I used to go. I had a personal trainer. I went for years. I know pretty much the machines and stuff. Take a small step. Start. Okay? And that's the blessing. I feel like you're going to get that energy. With the Nine of Swords, again, nines. We have the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So self, like introspective. With the Nine of Swords, it's about can't sleep, worried, in your head, fears. I feel like the message is next week, or this coming week, the next 7-ish days, whenever you see this, you're going to get clarity. Something that really, I mean, this person's despair. You could be in despair for this bad thing that's going on. But I feel like next week, you're going to have a breakthrough. You're going to get out of your head. Next week, face your fears. Write them down. What is keeping me from being happy? What is keeping me from leaving this bad relationship, leaving this bad job? What is keeping me from starting this new project or this new business that I've been wanting to start forever? Why am I doing this to myself? I'm just hearing self-sabotage, and I don't even know if that's what this card is technically about. So do some work, do some reflection next week. And then we have 2 sixes. And I love 6 energy. We have the 6 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles in this row of the blessings. 6 of Swords, it's about finding balance. It's moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, a journey. We can take this literally. You may be leaving something that is harmful to you or no longer serves you. Again, person, a job, a location. This got water and a boat, man. You could physically be moving somewhere else. Or this could be figurative, emotionally leaving something. But swords are about the truth, cutting out BS. So I feel like really finding balance in where you are. What they say, when you have issues and you leave and you move, there you are. You're in a different place, but you still have the same issues. But this is like going on a journey to resolve those issues. And it's interesting that we have the 6 of Swords to the 9 of Swords. It's like you're finally being forced to deal with these issues, whatever these issues are. And then we have the 6 of Pentacles. Give and take. Balanced give and take. Is this you finding balance in giving yourself what you need? Maybe you've been over giving to someone, something, some job, some relationship, over giving to your own detriment. It's about finding balance. You could be being breadcrumbed. You could be being given excuses like at a job. Oh yeah, hang in there, another 6 months, you're going to get the promotion. And then maybe you acted in, someone left and they said, hey, do you want to be the acting director? And you're like, oh, hells yeah, that'll be a great opportunity. And you did it. And you're like, God, I'm doing a great job. And everyone's like, whoa, you're doing fantastic. And then you find out they hired someone else. And they want to know, can you train the new person? And you were breadcrumbed and you didn't even get more money. oh, this is an opportunity for you to prove yourself. That kind of thing. But you're finding balance. And again, it comes back to, I think, leaving this thing. Let's quickly look at advice from Spirit and potential outcome energy. Wait, did I already do this deck? I don't think I did. No, okay. I like to use different decks because when we get dupes, then that can be some powerful energy, some like double whammy energy. So, messages from Spirit. Whoa, that was totally ineffective. Messages from Spirit, potential outcome, advice. Shit. So let's see what we got. And we are not using those cards because they fell. Just saw the Two of Pentacles again. I feel like there'll be a really big need for you to make a decision, make a pros and cons list. When Nine of Pentacles, just saw, make a pros and cons list so that you can make a more logical, objective decision next week. Okay, messages from Spirit. Potential outcome, Ace of Cups, beautiful energy. The Fool again. The Three of Swords, I saw that in the shuffle. And the Moon. Okay. So, the Moon. We have illusions, but we also have intuition. Uncertainty. I feel like things aren't clear to you yet, but it is time to trust your instincts. What did I say? Think your thoughts, feel your feels, but go with your gut. And that's what this is saying. You may not know everything. That's okay. What you need to know will become clear when the time is right. Maybe you need to do some detective work or some searching or, So, exactly. I mean, observe things logically and carefully. Seek clarity. What does that mean? Maybe talk to people. Maybe do some research. But don't make decisions out of fear. Just seek clarity. Find out what you need to know so that you can make an informed decision. So we've got the Three of Swords. Now that's technically heartbreak, pain, maybe separation. Again, though, it can be feeling stuck between two options. Okay? It's about emotional wounds, betrayal. But what do we have? We have the Star and the Nine of Cups, both about healing. I feel like next week, if this decision that you need to make, or this leaving this thing, letting this thing, person, whatever go, it could potentially, I'm not going to say it's going to because it's different for all of us, but it could potentially cause a lot of grief and heartbreak if you have to say leave a relationship. Maybe leave a job you'd love because some a-hole is messing with you and there's nothing you can do and it's really messing with you. It's really, harshing your zen, right? So this next week, allow yourself to grieve this thing. Go ahead, go through the 5 stages of grief, but look them up, write them down, and don't get stuck in any one stage. Progress through the stages of grief. Okay, we have the Fool again, and this is going to get cut off, but I'm going to come right back and then I'll hook this back up together. So let me Okie dokie. My camera automatically turns off at 30 minutes. I don't know why, and I haven't been able to figure out how to stop that. We have the Fool twice. So next week, take small steps towards this new thing. It's a new beginning. Ace of Cups. A gift. The gift of love. Truth. And that's what I feel like. And you know, usually swords are the truth, but with the Ace of Cups, I feel like you're being given the opportunity to live your truth. That just popped in my head, and that's not the traditional meaning of the card. But this is saying Spirit loves you, God loves you. We want you to love yourself. You've got the Nine of Cups, self-love. I feel like this is a gift that you're going to be given. So please acknowledge it and do whatever it is that you need to do to begin to love yourself. And I know that sounds trite, but true. Loving yourself is treating yourself well, keeping your promises to yourself, creating boundaries with other people, and enforcing those boundaries, respecting yourself, valuing yourself. That's the message for next week. And it doesn't happen overnight. You may see that you need to do that. That in itself is, well, what did they used to say on the G.I. Joe? Something about knowing is half the battle, right? And next week, you're going to know how valuable you are, how worthy you are. And you're going to begin to take steps. It's going to be scary. It's going to be painful if you have to leave someone, something, some habit behind. But it's going to be a whole new, beautiful beginning for you. So this is what I have. Thank you so much for joining me, guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.